So that pretty much points us to the offensive line, because if you got two running backs who are dropping by 2.5 yards per carry, that pretty much, we know that they're not getting worse. So we look at the offensive line, and I see that based on the depth chart, you got 3 starters back. And despite what you tell me and other Clemson people tell me about disappointment along the offensive line, places like Athlon still rate this as the 4th best offensive line in the country. So your thoughts about the guys up front?
Yeah, if Clemson's going to get back to winning games, in the playoff and winning national titles, the offensive line's got to be better than what it was last year. It just was not very good, especially in the run blocking game. And I think the shutdown hurt Clemson's offensive line last year. They had to replace 4 starters, and that much time away from campus, they didn't get to gel the way you like to see offensive lines normally gel together. I think that had a big impact on their development. But this is still might be Dabo Swinney's most talented offensive line yet. That was the one area they still weren't consistently recruiting blue chip guys, and they have been doing that the last 2 or 3 cycles. There's a lot of former 4 stars on this offensive line. Guys like Will Putnam, who he's going to be going into his sophomore season. They expect to take him to take a big jump. He might be going into his junior season. Don't hold me to that. I can't keep them all straight. But Walter Parks going into his sophomore season. They expect him to take a big jump. Jordan McFadden's coming back. They got to replace Cade Stewart at center, which I thought he was like a weak spot along that offensive line. So whoever wins that job, Hunter Rayburn or whoever, it might be an upgrade over Stewart. But I expect this offensive line to be better this year. If for no other reason, then they're gonna they're more familiar with each other, and they know that they did not perform to the level that was expected of them last year. They know it. They talked about it often during the spring. Seemed to me like they're coming in with a chip on their shoulder and with something to prove. And I'm not saying it's going to be this elite offensive line nationally, but I think it's going to be very good. I think it's going to be much better than it was last season, despite losing guys like a guy like Jackson Carman.
So if the guys up front that have been on campus for quite a long time do their job, Tristan Lee's not going to get pressed into duty, but he is the highest rated guy coming into the system here.
And he is coming in. He got to campus. I am told he is up to 315 pounds. And at 6'6", he might be hard to keep out of the 2 deep. I don't expect him to win a starting job, but I expect him to play, them to get his feet wet pretty early and often, and him to play a lot this year. I mean, he's going to be a good one for Clemson. I don't know if he's going to play on the left side or the right side yet. We'll see. Probably left, but he's going to be a good one, no doubt about it. And him coming in at 315, that is awful impressive, because I think he was around 275, earlier in the year or late last year. So that's awful impressive. He's been putting in some work.
Not putting on the 50 pounds like most of us do, though. A little bit different.
Yeah.